Good afternoon, I'm Patty Schultz and I'm here to show you how to make a lemon Tangelo pie. We grew these Tangelos and lemons on our citrus trees in Arizona, and we're very thrilled to be able to utilize them in this recipe. I'll be modifying, which I always do on any recipe, and I just wanted to start out by letting you know that this is going to be gluten-free. Always check the ingredients, but for our sake, this is gluten-free, and I have a gluten-free pie crust that I pre-bought at a local store. So we blind baked the gluten-free pre-bought crust on 300 degrees for 20 minutes. You put wax paper parchment with some just dry beans. That keeps the pie crust from bubbling up. And then it'll cook the rest of the way as the actual lemon meringue pie is baking. This also helps to make sure that it's cooked all the way through and doesn't overcook. So here we are, we're going to be zesting the lemon peel. The recipe calls for a tablespoon, so I'm going to modify, as I told you. I'll be modifying with a little bit of lemon, and you just take a regular grater and just grate, and then I'm going to take a clean, organically grown Tangelo, and I'm going to zest it as well. And oh, that smells divine. So a Tangelo is actually a hybrid fruit, and it's part tangerine and part orange. Very easy to peel and delicious. And this is the lemon and the Tangelo zest. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's going to give our lemon meringue pie a slight orange tinge, which I think is going to be super unique. Now we're going to go ahead and squeeze the juice. We need a 1/4 cup of juice. So this is the lemon and the Tangelo that I used for the zesting. So no waste, right? I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out a 1/4 cup. All right, so that amount, the Tangelo that I used to zest and the lemon I used to zest, was an exact 1/4 cup. So that's going to set right there. So I've taken 4 organic eggs and I've separated them. I'm going to beat the egg yolks, because the next part is very timely. I have to keep moving. I'm also not using regular white sugar. I'm using a monk fruit sweetener. This is actually a 1-to-1 ratio. So we have a 1.5 cups of monk fruit sugar. You can get this at any health food store. It's much better for you than sugar. It allows for a low glycemic index, so it doesn't spike your blood sugar. It's a wonderful alternative to artificial sweeteners. So we're using monk fruit sugar. All right, so we have a 1.5 cups of the monk fruit sugar. We have 6 tablespoons of cornstarch, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we have 1.5 cups of water. We're going to stir this on medium heat until it comes to a boil. See, it's already come to a boil. So I took a 1/3 of the mixture from the saucepan and I put it in with the beaten eggs, and I'm mixing until it's mixed well. Just totally getting it to be all one consistency. Now I'm going to add the eggs and the mixture into the saucepan. I'm going to add the 2 tablespoons of the lemon and the Tangelo zest, give or take. Oh, what the heck. That's how I roll. 2 tablespoons of butter, and I use quality organic butter. And then the 1/4 cup of the Tangelo and the lemon juice. I'm going to turn it back on. And we are going to heat this up till it comes back to a boil. Oh, the smell is divine. Once it starts to boil, continue to stir and boil for 1 minute. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. Alexa, she's my friend. Okay, we have been boiling for a minute, stirring constantly, and it is a perfect consistency. You can see it has a light orange tinge from the Tangelo. Now we pour it into our crust. This is our filling. Now we're going to continue making the meringue, the white part with all the wonderful peaks. So it's water, it's a half a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of our sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And we're going to mix that until it blends well. We cook until it becomes clear on medium heat. So we'll wait for it to turn clear. Then we'll remove it and we'll cool it down to start with the egg whites and making those wonderful white peaks. Now we're going to pour in the egg whites from the 4 eggs that we had separated previously. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of the sugar at a time. Now we're adding the mixture that we cooled into the meringue, and we're going to beat it for just a couple more minutes. Our meringue is done. We have these nice big peaks. So we're going to go ahead and apply it onto our pie filling. And we're going to bake it at 300 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes until the peaks become golden brown. As you've noticed, I put it on a cookie sheet just in case it goes over the edge. I'm going to bake it in the middle oven, 300 degrees, 12 to 15 minutes. Voila, it worked. Gluten-free lemon Tangelo meringue pie.